local police department, or you can call our BCA tip line at 877-996-6222, or email us at bca.tips@state.mn.us. We still don't know if additional people are involved, but this individual is the one that we're looking as a person of interest right now, but there may be other people with him, and we would like to speak to anybody that may have had contact with him at any point in time. So please connect with us, even if this has been some time ago today, so that we can follow up and continue to work together to keep our communities safe. And we, as the commissioner noted, we'll take some questions at the end. But again, we are seeking the assistance of the public in locating him. I want to continue to say, as you see, there's hundreds of law enforcement officers working on this right now for the partners that you see up here today, as well from Champlin, Brooklyn Park, the State Patrol, Hennepin County Sheriff's Office, FBI, ATF, just a myriad of partners working to try to locate this individual. And with that, I will turn it over to the mayor, and we'll answer questions at the end.
So hi, my name is Hollis Winston, Mayor of the City of Brooklyn Park. First, I want to extend my prayers to the Hoffman family, but also to the Hortman family as well. You know, there will come a time down the road for healing within us as a community, but right now I think what's required is a calming words and rhetoric. I want folks to make sure they listen to the facts from credible sources like law enforcement, but also to resist spreading misinformation. And then again, asking folks to listen to law enforcement in general when law enforcement has those specific asks. In Brooklyn Park and Champlin and our surrounding communities, in fact, the state, we're very much family. The Hoffman and Hortman families are very much our family. And so our prayers continuously go out to them. And it's very much a time for us to come together as a community and as a family. And I think people need to see it that way. I want to thank law enforcement, Governor Waltz, Commissioner Jacobson, Sheriff Witt, FBI, various counties, local law enforcement. Even with our city of Brooklyn Park, we're seeing a ton of local law enforcement and county law enforcement just supporting our city overall. And we want to thank them for doing that. They're dedicated to keeping us safe and to securing justice. I would say to support them again, if you have information, there'll be information behind me. Please share that information. And again, please look and listen for valid information and share that. There will be a time to come together, and I think specifically for the city of Brooklyn Park and within our area, there'll be a time where we come together and we work through what we're going through now as a community. But I want to say this. You know, this individual did this to instill fear into our community, but they also wanted to create a distinct and singular point of view. When I listed all of that law enforcement coming together, that was really us as a state, as a community, from all different walks of life, coming together to work on what's happening. And I received calls from folks across the state, from all different ethnicities and communities as well, with an outpouring of support. So I want you to understand that as a city, but as a state, as a community, we're very much going to come together. We're going to see this through, and we're all going to work together to figure this out. So again, I want to thank our law enforcement, and I want to turn it over to the Mayor of Champlin Park.
Good afternoon. My name is Ryan Sabis, Mayor of Champlin, and on behalf of the City of Champlin, our police department, and our City Council, I want to extend a heartfelt thoughts and prayers to Senator John Hoffman and Representative Melissa Hortman and their families. We are deeply saddened by the senseless act of violence, and our hearts are with all those that have been affected. Our police department is working close partnership with state, local, and federal agencies to pursue this active investigation. We are incredibly grateful for their swift and responsible professional response and for the collaboration of commitment of every officer involved. We ask everyone to stay attentive, report anything that feels concerning, and most of all, continue to show kindness, respect, and care for one another. This is how we move forward together. And again, thank you all for being here. And again, I think Mayor Winston said it well that Hoffman family and Hortman family are very much part of our communities, part of our fabric of our communities, and we really wish the families all the best. Thank you.
As folks have said, we'll take a few questions. Please don't forget to, in the first question, introduce yourself, your immediate organization with whom you're with, and if you have a question for a specific individual, call that out. Thank you.
The question was, do we have an update on Senator Hoffman's condition? We don't at this time. The last information we had is that he was out of surgery and was in stable condition at that time, but that certainly experienced significant injuries, so we'll have to continue to monitor that.
You said person of interest, so not a suspect, or is?
He's a suspect, one and the same for this particular case at this point in time.
Okay, so we can say suspect.
You can say suspect.
Adam Buxer with WCCO News. You know this guy, it was at least affiliated with some sort of security company according to its own website that has highly trained security individuals. Can you speak to the level of knowledge this person might have about, using a gun or, different security tactics that might separate him from a typical person walking down the street?
Yes, so the question was regarding the sophistication of the individual based on reports that he owned a security company. I certainly can't get into the details of the investigation. That'll all be part of that, and we'll explore all of that. We're aware of the connections that you reference, and the team will be dissecting that between the investigators, Brooklyn Park Police Department, and all of the state, the local, and federal partners that are working on that. Certainly, an individual will have some familiarity if that's the line of work that they're in with some of the tactics that you noted, but we'll be exploring that more fully.
One question about the photo that we're seeing in the cowboy hat and the jacket. Is that photo taken today?
That photo is today.
And is it from a ring camera at the residence of either of our lawmakers?
The question is it from a ring camera? It's not. This is from a business. So this is at a business location. And there, we believe, as noted, that we believe he's was still in at this time. He was in the Twin Cities area, and that we are continuing to work and follow up on that. We believe he's working to potentially flee the area, and so that's why we're sharing that with that information now, so that we can safely apprehend him.
Is there a way that you're in touch with the TSA? I know Governor Walz has been in contact with federal agents, as you have mentioned with the FBI.
Yep.
Are airlines, seeing his pictures so he doesn't report it?
So the question is, are we in contact with TSA? We've been in contact with all of the federal authorities that are relevant to this investigation. We will continue to be.
Are you able to share the time or location that photo was taken today?
The question is, can I share the time and location? This was this morning when this was taken. It was in the city of Minneapolis. That's at this point, I think, all that we can share as we work to follow up on that.
Are there any surveillance or ring camera video from either of the residents where the shooting takes place?
The question is, there's surveillance or ring camera. We do have various video from different locations. I don't want to get into specifics as part of the active investigation, but there is video that has been obtained by the investigators.
Can you talk about some of the other locations that you guys are working on, Green Isle, maybe Fremont, and Minneapolis?
So, yeah, we can, the question is, can we talk about some of the other locations? Because our teams are very active as part of an active investigation, I can't talk about the specifics. What I will tell you is the two locations you noted, in Minneapolis and in Green Isle, they are related to this investigation and the follow-up that the teams are doing.
I'm going to give Ellen, I'm sorry, we're going to give it to Ellen, and then we're going to have one more question.
Can you talk a little bit more about the manifesto and what kind of motivation it might be? There might be, we're told that there might be some pro-choice lawmakers on this manifesto. That has anything to do with the motivation here?
At this point in time, it would be premature. The question was, is the manifesto and the information that we have received as their motivations? We are working diligently on that. There's certainly some indications within that, but there's not specifics enough. We have been, this is a very active and fluid investigation. Throughout the day, as you've been waiting, and these teams have been out working out in the field, and they have been gathering more documents and information, so it would be premature for me at this point to really say exactly what the motivation might be from these writings, but we will be continuing to work on that and provide that information when we're able.
Mr. Walker, senior from the search team. Do you have a sense, did they know each other? Like, did this man know either Representative Portman or Senator Hoffman in any capacity?
The question is, did they know each other in any capacity? We are still exploring that. There's certainly some overlap with some, public meetings, I will say, with Senator Hoffman and the individual, but we don't know the nature of the relationship or if they actually knew each other.
All right, thank you. Thanks, everybody. Guys, we're going to leave these slides up and cycle through them for a little bit so you can get better angles on them. We're also sharing these on our social media sites. Yeah, they're going to be cycling through them. We'll get through that. You can ask them, we're not going to answer. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that would be part of an investigation. We're talking to whomever might know anything.
They wouldn't be addressed, right?
You could have asked them, we wouldn't have addressed it. Sure. Yeah, I don't know what it's called. Okay.
Yeah, we've been waiting for him to update Brandon for some time now, and I think it was just getting right to us to let us know what was going on. And as you guys reported, we have reported, as you all have on for 11, the suspect is now officially named, but we had been reporting his name for about an hour and a half. And part of the reason for naming that suspect is was a 57-year-old white man who said you kind of see him behind me was public health. They didn't know if anybody has seen him or is seeing him now because they will try to rush against the clock in the first hours of his time before Dr. released the state of Minnesota. And at first we were hearing person of interest, but then Europe and the White House said activity is a suspect, do not approach him if you see him. This picture that you see right now with him in a cowboy hat, that was taken this morning. So presumably sometime after the shooting, obviously it's the light outside. That's what he's doing today, but they did have information that he's perhaps trying to get out of the metropolitan area. They couldn't say whether it is or is not with any other people. They did say that two of the scenes I've already mentioned, at least one in Green Island, there's another one in Minneapolis where they had a SWAT presence that's who was connected to this investigation. So we were thinking about it geographically, but the location of the suit is more than the Green Island, trying to spread out of it so the counties are around the world. There was also a question on if the suspect knew any of the victims, did they know former Speaker Nancy or Senator Hoffman? And the answer was a bit vague. Or anything because they said some things came back just overlap a couple of meetings and agents are talking stuff. What we did learn that I found personally interesting that this is an entrance for watching these. Right, and right, and really, if you heard them say, this is, I had just heard from a source within Governor Walz's office, social operations. He talked to the vice president in advance, everybody came on the same page, and there was a president is trying to get on that lane. Everybody has his research, and I did ask him about the cowboy hat, was taken this morning, taken from a residence of either Senator Hoffman.
Microphone check, microphone check, check baby, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Some available video from
I hear you.
Senator Hoffman or Representative.
I hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
They already have quite a bit of evidence.
I hear you. Do you hear me? You don't hear me, do you? Is my mic working?
With some names.
It looks like,
Raise the names
okay.
of the
Oh, okay.
people who are